Welcome to Planet Yokoshima. Constance Laboratory, infinite imagination, enjoy. Coloring monochrome celluloid, ethereal art, calligraphy, logos, love letters, books, fashion accessories, things you've never seen before. Explore.
This is Yokoshima from the future. Please do let me know if you have better ideas on how to make the episodes more efficient, or like if you have better ideas, because as I said, this is the first recap video, so I'm still working out what's the best way to go around it and like to explain everything. You can watch through this one and have a look, see how you feel about it, and let me know if you have better ideas on how to make the recap stuff, because it's really long and it was really like the whole day took me, and I still will have to sleep, but I have to finish it. It was really long to take, it was really long to record. Let me know what's the best way to make these recap videos every once a month, but it's been exhausting. There should be a better way that I can deal with it. It's okay if you don't know anything, I probably gonna come up with a way anyway, but just so you know, it is long because I don't know how I was going around it. But trust me, as you go from the video, like later, you'll see that's going smoother and smoother. That's because when you start anything, at first you don't know what you're doing, but the more efficient you get to it, the more you master it, if that makes sense. But yeah, let me know if you have better ideas on how to do this recap stuff. Hello dreamers, welcome back to Yokoshima Planet. So we're doing right now recap for the first month for the dream speedrun, which is about making my dreams true in 3 years, amongst which is my super dream to become a superstar, obviously. My other dreams being becoming a fashion designer, an artist, and a writer. Look, I already have my art books out there, I just have to be discovered. And fashion design wise, I already also make my own fashion accessories, but also I need to be discovered. But I really want to get into a fashion course. I do have a sewing machine, I just need to be able to afford for fabrics, and I want to know how to make sizes. So for now, I can only do scarves and stuff. This video is hopefully not gonna be long because okay? So just to start, I've had a discussion with one of you all, Madame Nicole. I call her Madame because she's like the master of colors. You're probably gonna be our color guardian from now on, and you can't do anything about it right now. I asked her for this recap, what color should I use for the LED glasses, and she said orange because it's a color for confidence, but we couldn't find this color. And when I was showing her the colors the LED glasses had, was really stuck with green, and then she was like, then probably it really wants to be green. Green would be a perfect color, because this is like literally the vibe I want to send to the world, and she knows what she's talking about, this bitch. Okay, excuse me, I call you bitch. Do let me know if you don't want to be called that way, but this is coming out of love. Okay, let's start, shall we? Wow, my handwriting. Can't read my handwriting, it's as abstract as my paintings. I'm gonna read whatever I understand. So for the first video, the first day, I made it short because I wanted to make something that is very easy for more people to find, then that's how I thought people can find me. And as well, most importantly, because I couldn't talk. I think I already told you that it was this series that made me able to know how to speak, basically socialize. And man, oh man, I would have never in my dreams knew that I can speak this fast in my life. So this series basically taught me how to talk, and that's why it was short. And it was very awkward. Like the first video, I was just like, I'm gonna show you. Alrighty, changed my life. Day 1. Good morning, world. Superstars coming at ya. Be ready for me, bitch. And then with the second short was just like me telling you the results. So basically, let me tell you real quick. The highlight would be breaking the ice between me and people. I even got out of my way to actually tell a random stranger, I love your hair. Overcoming anxiety and overthinking means good times. So basically, when I went outside for a run, forced myself to walk slowly, especially amongst people. And the more you don't have anxiety, the more you stop overthinking. You just have fun, man. You just enjoy the moment better. I think the best thing we can do is I would just tell you the highlights, and I leave the explanation and details for you to check on the videos if you want. I think that would be easier and smarter. So for day 2, you can see, so with day 1, there was no thumbnails at all. I don't know how I was doing the series. I didn't even know the series was going to be big. I didn't know that's gonna collect people. I just thought that I actually lost my mind because my series is basically a diary about my life. But I just really believed in the voice, like in my head, that told me just do it if you're afraid of the world, and it helps you to go out there by slowly starting online to like your presence online, and then go out from there. I just listened to that voice, and it's really actually fucking helped. And look at me, I've got people around me, I'm talking to people, and I have a friend again too I can hang out with. And this is only the first month, and I can already see the results. So for day 2, I was talking about my video. I was crying and I was saying like how I was afraid of the world and about my depression, about everything. And it's been so long since I cried. Like in that video, I've never cried this much, like heartfully. And I was really, really depressed and distressed and sad and lonely and afraid and all that. So in day 2, I wanted to get out of that bubble and I wanted to busk in person, but the elevator was broken. So those who don't know, I busk, meaning I carry with me like a big bag filled with my arts and the things I'm working on, fashion, accessories and books. And it's very heavy, and I live in the 2nd level, so I can't really carry it up and down if I want to go busk, which means like sitting outside in the street and selling these. The elevator broke down. I had to try and go on TikTok busking, which didn't work out, and I was very awkward, and it was very quiet, and I was very shy, and I hated it all, and I was very quiet, and I had so many dislikes about that video, and I just hated it all, and I was almost going to just ditch this series, but I pushed on. Like I literally said in that video, fuck you fate, you're not gonna stand between me and my dreams. So I forced myself to go on TikTok, something I was also scared about, and I just forced myself, shown the world what I was up to, and that was like such a big, huge step forward for me. So before bed on day 2, I said that I didn't have medications and I had to go somewhere to help me buy medications because I was like financially unable to buy my own medication. So on day 3, I was not feeling well at all because I missed that dose. So I was complaining about my life, and still I pushed on, and still I was positive. That's all about me. Even like it was very hard, I always turned anger and pain into fun. So it was really hard to sleep without the medication. So I was like trying different positions, like you can see the video, I explained that, but I really tried my best to sleep in a certain way, but because I couldn't, I just made it in a fun way. I turned it into comedy until my mind gets better. Also for day 3, that's where I started putting the titles on the thumbnails. On day 4 already, I had so many projects. I started actually working on my way towards my dreams. That started from, so I used to write on Wattpad back in the days where Wattpad people used to go there and write, and also write their fanfics. So I had a fanfic I wrote there, but so I grabbed that and I actually just put it in a whole new novel, and I'm doing so many editings, and it was called Adrift, and then I changed it to Mr. Masami's Nonsense, and then I started making the book. I finished the 1st chapter and I wanted to actually upload the 1st chapter here, an audiobook for that chapter, but I took it down because I think that would be smarter. So when people actually, when it's ready to be published, people can buy the whole thing. Otherwise, if I'm gonna upload chapter by chapter, people can forget about it, and I still have time to like make the 2nd chapter and all that. So it was very inefficient. That's why I deleted it. So day 5, I did explain that I wanted to make this Adrift novel to a story about Mr. Masami's Nonsense, which is basically about a hiking group who gets lost in Aokigahara's, a Japanese suicide forest. That's what it's about. So I was explaining that, and I also explained why this series is 3 years, because I needed time to heal, as well as it gives me time to make my passions happen into actual jobs, so I can use that income from my passions to do so many goals I want to achieve. There's like surgery I want to go through. There's so many things. I also need money to hire a music producer and stuff. Starting day 6, I think also 5, I started to put on more titles on the thumbnails of this series, because I felt like people understand more what's happening in the video. It helps them have an idea of, okay, today's episode, what's like the main objectives or goals or highlights. So day 6, the elevator was still not working, and actually day 5, I started to put on my makeup and go outside the way I want to look like, just for me, for fun, and also it makes people happy, and to overcome the fear of people staring and stuff. So day 6, I also made my makeup more creative, and I went outside for that. Also, there was like a health reminder, so that day I really recommend that you go see that. But I woke up and thought that I had a kidney failure. So if you have a kidney failure, you won't be able to notice it, but apparently your piss, when you go pee, the flow would be very slow. So I thought that I had that. I'm a very paranoid person. So I woke up, and the explanation is all on that video. I don't have a disease or whatever, but like this health reminder just made me realize life throws things at you. Even like if it actually was a disease, then I'm fucking fucked, because you have fewer years to live if you have a kidney failure. That was a wake-up call for me. It's like you only live once. That's why I said a health reminder. So go watch that video if you want to know more and be inspired. Day 7, more titles on the thumbnail. I had the fear of public vlogging, but I started by going at night, like in the dark, so just like step by step. And yeah, so that's what they call this exposure therapy. So slowly you inject yourself into your fear, and you just find out that it's not scary at all. No wonder. It just takes practice. Anyway, so and then I also talked about how you help me focus, because here I'll give you an example of how hard it is for me to focus. That's every day. For some reason, YouTube's I'm having trouble finding all the comments, and it's really distressing me because I hate when people think that I'm not replying. And also, I love replying to people. You basically all are like my friends. As I said, I already like literally talked to somebody about my glasses. Madame Nicole, our color guide. I was actually talking to Nicole, if she's watching this video, something you do not know. I know I'm very boohoo all the time, but I was actually depressed. And when I was talking to you, I was actually thinking about why am I depressed, and it really helps that you talk to me and just helps me focus and to make things just like to walk on, go ahead. But that's how depression is very, very strong for me, and I deal with it every day. It's really, really hard to stay focused. But it's because of you all in this series. So I guess also thanks to me, not only people, but it's mostly thanks to you all. That's why the series keeps going. Anyway, next. I also talked about my novel, which I said the chapter about which I deleted for better reasons. Day 8, more titles on the thumbnail. I told you about why I changed my name and why there's the name Sir in my name, and about my great ancestry, like I've come from, like the Prophet himself was my greatest grandfather stuff. You can go see day 8 if you need more explanation about that. And I was talking in public for the first time. So when I went outside to vlog, it was like dark, but I didn't even say a word, I think. But on day 8, you can see that I was scared, you can see that I was self-conscious, but I was myself. Like I was actually able to make a conversation without thinking about people. But although you can see me trying to, which is bizarre, like you can actually see me trying to see if anybody's around, that's how bad is my paranoia. It's been getting better, and since then, so that's why I was very happy. Yeah, talking in public in my vlog, which I used to be, like actually ages ago before going homeless. I literally used to take vlog like with people next to me on the bus and I talk to them. I was that kind of person, I'm not fucking joking. But homelessness happened and but it's okay, coming back up. It's all about coming back up. And yes, already seeing results. Okay, for day 9, I was vlogging in public at daytime in broad daylight. So I also explained why I speak fast, which is like 2 reasons. One is because I want to make these videos short, and 2 is because I've been like traumatized all my life and I stuttered. So basically, when you stutter and people speak so fast, that to them mentally and subconsciously they just want to get over with. They just want to speak, and it's like a fight flight response thing. They just want to get over with it. That's why they speak fast. Anyway, I also talked about butterflies and prosperity and how I reconnect seeing butterflies with the future, a better future and prosperity. And I also explained why I easily get discouraged and how I was almost going to stop that series. That's how easily discouraged I get. I literally was almost going to stop that series. If you want to know more, it's on day 9. I also talked about my flawless skin secret. Yeah, so actually it's not flawless at all, y'all. Like, no, there's no such thing as flawless skin. We are not AI, we are not robots, okay? There's always comes a pimple or so every now and then. I do take care of my skin. It looks like a baby skin, yeah, but it does have flaws. It's not flawless. Yeah, sometimes come here something or come there, especially around my nose. So not everything you see is perfect. And as I said, I'm very transparent in my channel, so that's that. But I did mention my skin care products and stuff. If you want to see that, day 9. Also, I finally made my dream true to paint a little crescent moon on my forehead. So that's like was my makeup that I really wanted to do, and I finally did it. Day 10 was a big day. Starting from day 10, that's where I realized that I just put the main highlights and topics on the thumbnails. So from here on, very important, I forgot that it was on day 10 monster alien was born. I see you there watching me. I see you. That was born on day 10. Just became a thing, so I just wanted to give it a special spot. I like how the dot in here looks like a mole. I should create an actual clay monster by this. That would be great. Day 10 was very big day because first of all, I fell into depression again. That's how bad it was. I lost motivation. I lost weight. I lost appetite. And because I also explained why I came out about my financial shame. that I was struggling and stuff, and how I always connect how much I make with my self-worth. Yeah, I also talked about my painful paintings. I'm going to start my Mency project. You can go to my website and see my Mency virtual exhibition to do with these paintings, and you can also understand why these paintings are painful to me on day 10 video. I was really depressed, but as always, I'm all about reprogramming the mind, and I'm very good at that, and staying focused. So I told myself, no more thinking what could go wrong. One, because I've already gone through all the worst, survived all the worst. So from there on, I started thinking what could go right from there on. So reprogramming the mind, okay? Also, I was taking care of my skin and like myself in general. I was trying. So that really helped me feel a little bit more expensive. So yeah, taking care of yourself always helps. I was also talking about I had to control my anger, otherwise I would lose my mind and become like a paranoid person. Also where I started my daily chalkboard. That's how much fucking positive I am. So I started a chalkboard and I wrote down, so every day I write down the date, the day, name, like for example Monday 7th April, and what day of the series it is, like for example day 10, and the main goals of the day. On day 11, things were getting better. Elevator started working. I was hyped, but then it broke again. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with it. I've just came up with the craziest idea. I'm going to make a clay monster that looks like the elevator. Like give it a scary face and just call it the elevator. That's how much this elevator had become a thing in the series. Hopefully when somebody buys it, it can inspire them. I don't know, makes them happy. I was talking about how my dreams give me idea. If you want to go see that, that's day 11. How literally like sometimes my songs, like tunes of the songs, melodies, lyrics, novels for ideas. There's so many things such as these come to my dreams, and then when I wake up I literally put them down. So basically the universe is giving me ideas. Basically it's crazy. It's like as if the universe wants me to do these. Writing my fate and all. Anyway, or at least it's giving me ideas and I decide whether to draw fate out of them and make them happen. And I also talked about my abs routine. Like I think I gave you a link to what my abs routine looked like. And I also explained why I quit hospitality to become a busker instead. I explained how I've been surviving on gift cards. That has been a very good habit of mine. That's why I've been able to take care of myself, like my body, very healthily, even though I'm struggling thanks to gift cards. I can explain it more in that video, but by having a gift card I can always make sure that I can always buy groceries, like something healthy to feed myself. Explained how on that video if you want to go see. And I also explained how I was still over the moon because people were starting to comment on my videos, and that meant a lot to me, meant the world to me. Day 12, talking about the fridge from hell, about my fridge, showing you why it's a fridge from hell. And I was talking about the sense of community, how the sense of community makes people thrive. I also talked about Nicole, the angel in disguise, the person who told me what color for this class is going to be today, and I was talking to before this. And I was talking about the strange man's cool card. When I was busking, there was a strange man, he gave me a very cool card, which I sent to Nicole, because I was also talking about how I was making my love letters. So because Nicole bought a love letter and I gave her this this card, I just want to give away, just so you guys know, when I hold something very precious to me, it's very hard for me to let go. So that was very special to me, like for somebody to buy my very first love letter, which you can also order from my website. It was so important to me and just so precious to me that I gave away this card to this person. And she did tell me that she needed that card because she wanted to collect stuff again or something like that. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is I'm very glad that the card went to somebody who really deserved it. That's what I'm trying to say. Day 13, I was spicy in that one because I was upset. I was angry because I was venting about this apartment. So like it's carpeted, and every time I try to, whenever I try to be creative and sit down and try to make something, always something stupid happens, like a brush just flips over, goes on the carpet, and like paint go over, and I'm like, it's just one tiny art project. And it's been so long since I was motivated, and when I'm motivated and trying to do something, the carpet comes again, like, it's okay. Yeah, so that's why I was spicy that one. I was very upset. And somebody actually told me, Sir, I think you told me that it's a good idea to buy these waterproof sheet things. I did. This is the first thing literally I did when I came to this apartment. And that's how I made my first art commission ever, the big commission ever. But I could not continue because the paint was going to the wall. It's going like, it went up. Like, that's why I stopped. The landlord came and he was like, what is that blue thing on the ceiling? And I was like, fuck me sideways, because there's no escape, because my artworks is like I have to splash, right? I have to splash, I have to dot. The paint is gonna go all over the place. I was thinking like to even make like walls or something, close them, but the apartment is really small. I will start to have panic attack. I will not be able to breathe. I will feel like claustrophobic because it's really small. Like it's already, the studio is already small, the bench is already small. I can't put already like walls or something like to make a small room, because like if I splash it, it will go either behind me or there or upper. That's why like I need to actually have a space for like one room. That's what I really dream, like have an apartment for 2 bedrooms. So one room would be actually, all of it would be just closed up. So when I do paintings and everything, I can make a shower of paint if I want, and nobody can say anything. Ugh, yeah. Okay, and also I was talking about how Friday is always my cleaning day. I also talked about how the universe is sly, because I was angry how why I couldn't be busking thanks to elevator. But then that's when an idea came to me to actually find the niche on what I really wanted my website to look like and my fashion business website to look like. So they had both like one niche together. For those who do not know, literally Planet Yokoshima didn't come into being until like this very first month. So literally this first month, everything basically I've already started growing, sprout, like this green light, like this fresh little sprout, and already so much happened, as you can see. First month, and I already came up with Planet Yokoshima, changed my business niche, changed my art website niche, and it's still going. I still have so many things. I want to change the banners because I know the niche what it is. I also want to change my fashion business website business name. There's so many things gonna happen, but as I said, the universe is sly because it doesn't want me to busk yet, because if I go busking now, everything doesn't make sense, because my accessoire, my fashion business has nothing to do with my Planet Yokoshima, and like I just want to make things as simple as possible, so when I busk, everything is ready. And then I also finished my men's exhibition finally, which makes me also realize back then that the universe makes me waiting, not able to busk, because I have to finish these men's exhibitions, and like I have the men's project. So basically I have virtual exhibitions that I want to make books out of. So when I'm busking, everything will be out of the way. The past will be in the past, so I can move forward, and my exhibitions will be ready to basically be out there. So that's why I said the universe is sly. Anyways, so yeah, I was venting about not being allowed to make art because of the carpet, and then I was showing how to cope with the stress in action by being grateful and thinking that I'm gonna make it better from here, not worse, because that's what all the series is about. Okay, day 14. Day 14, I was talking about overcoming my fear of people, anxiety, self-isolation topic, why I've been self-isolating. Talking about how nobody's gonna fucking save you if you're an anxious person. Nobody's gonna fucking save you. Your medication is not gonna take you out there and make your dreams happen, okay? And it's in your own fucking hands, man. I'm talking to me as well. Anyway, so I was talking about my panic attacks in my runs. So basically, I literally, even when I go for a run, try to stay motivated, I was having panic attacks. And I was talking about how the universe was giving me tests and signs. So when I was having a panic attack, a lonely guy, at least I like to think about people as lonely, so it makes me feel better. I was drunk and he was walking like by himself, and he smiled to me, such a genuine smile. That was basically like a hug. That was enough. I fucking swear, the universe is awesome. It's bringing me love when I need it, like you all. And I was talking about the tests part. The universe gives me tests, because if you go to day 14 and see that, basically I was going to send one of you all my giveaway sign. A seer, oh my god, this is like a seer. You're always there, you're always commenting, literally like you look. I don't want to stress you, but like when I don't see you commenting, I'm like, I feel like I've done something wrong. Maybe she's gonna unsubscribe to me. But in the end, I realized that stupid YouTube is not showing me most of your comments for some reason. I can't see it, because like we always exchange comments, and whenever you reply to a comment that's already been posted, I have to actually go for each video and see, like I have to go for each video and see if anybody like replied to comments. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with YouTube, but apparently it's happening to everybody. But anyway, yeah, I was sending Esther the giveaway sign because she deserves it, with all of that free love she's been sending me and flooding me with. When I went to the post office, I had an experience. The universe was testing me. I had an experience with like a bad experience with people and a good experience. I had a bad experience with somebody who made me feel very bad and humiliated and self-conscious, and then somebody else who made me feel actually respected and worth a lot. Like he really respected me. So it was like up to the universe to let me feel like, what should I choose? To linger on negative and think about everybody being negative to me and want to isolate myself because I want to get away from this to feel safe? Or should I believe on this kind of people and keep pushing forward to just have fun and meet this kind of people, because that's what life really deserves, the right people, and to ignore the bad things. That's why I said the universe testing me. Ouch. So yeah, that day was all about people and nature, because also on my run I was vlogging and I said how I felt so much better because I literally touched grass. Like I literally was touching greens, which is something I had been really needing, but I've been really busy at home, but I really need it. It's been also raining, so I've been at home. I couldn't go for runs and stuff. Also, something very important I forgot to talk about. The another thing the universe gives me sign is I was editing a video talking about Marina Diamandis, my idol, now wants to do becoming an idol. I was talking about how she painted her own path, and literally when I said how she inspires me to paint my own path, my laptop turned on by itself, and you know, like when you have the password, like the background behind always changes. It's suddenly like the first time I see that background, it turned on by itself, and I see the background that showed me a path, a beautiful fucking path. I think it was like in a on a mountain or something, just like a path with like, I think, I don't fucking remember, I think it's going to the sky or something. But come on, it can get even like more sign than this. Like I'm not fucking crazy, and y'all can go to day 14 and see it for yourself. Literally fucking crazy. Signs, thank you. Okay, anyways, day 15 was a little funny day. So on day 15 I was explaining how this series taught me how to speak, which I also already explained, and to socialize basically as well. I also opened up about my hair. You guys don't know how fucking conscious I was about my hair, to do with like stress, and how stress and homelessness made my hair fall. But this is what my channel is about, being transparent, so as many people as possible can get inspired and don't feel alone, because I want people to realize you're not the only person dealing with stress. Give your hair a chance, like it can still grow, don't give up on it. You're not the only person feeling like self-conscious about your hair. It's okay to feel bad about your hair, that it's falling. Just don't be ashamed of it, that's what I'm trying to say. So anyway, I opened up about my hair, and then I also talked about a lazy healthy dish to cook. I have like, actually that would be a good idea. If you guys want, I can make a video about like quick healthy dishes that you can cook or just chuck together. It's like easy to make basically. If you feel nauseated, if you don't feel like cooking, but you have to feed yourself or force yourself eating. So basically in this one I was talking about potato and cauliflower, which is easy basically, because I have a multi-purpose cooker. It's very easy. I just like put it on cook, like chuck these into water, just steam them, and just go for a shower, come back, they're ready to be eaten. Just chuck some red chili. I can actually make a video on like how to make sure you're always eating healthy even though you're fucking struggling. If you want that video, I'm happy to make it. Talking about my Mensa book I started working on, and how I made a video as well about it. So my Mensa book is still working on it, but it's going to finish. All I have to do is transfer photos, and then I just put on the details and introduction and stuff, and then it's ready to be published. So yeah, that's that. And I was talking also about how prosperity helps confidence. So for example, for me, I'm waiting to be able to afford for hair treatment or hair extension or hair transplant or whatever. So for now I'm just waiting to see, because my hair is growing again. I explained it in another video, but this short part is because it's growing again, because I'm taking care of myself, because I survived homelessness, because I'm not as stressed as I used to. So I want to see how it goes. If it's still thin and stuff, I can always think about how I can deal with that in future. But yeah, prosperity can bring you confidence, especially like to do with your, you know, dream jobs and passions, and feeding yourself properly and all that. I also talked about how my toxic mother led me to a sad beans story. You can also check that out. So basically, because I've been all my life I've been abandoned with my siblings in the basement and stuff. We weren't educated on how to cook and feed ourselves. So when I came here, I was actually eating food without washing it. For example, the beans, I didn't know that the beans you have to wash them. So basically I was eating the beans, just chuck them and eat them. And when I was struggling back then, I was always hungry. I went to the toilet. It was like my stomach was always upset. I had diarrhea. I lost a lot of weight. I was always dizzy and tired. I was very depressed. I didn't know why. And then I learned that because I had to fucking wash them, I was fucking getting sick. it's a miracle I didn't fucking die. You get like severe toxicity. But in that video, you'd understand how I actually knew that I have to cook it. And like, long story short, I saw the news about a woman who opened a can of beans and she saw a dead rat in there. And then I was saying like, oh, I didn't know that, because like when she was washing them, she found a dead rat. And I left a comment and I said like, I didn't know they have to wash them. And then people were like, you have to wash them, you're gonna get sick. And I was like, makes sense. That's why I was actually fucking sick. Okay, so from here on, the list had gone fewer and fewer. You see, that's what I mean, because when you start, you don't know how things works. But the more I get used to it, this is the first recap, the more I'll know what I want to do. Anyway, so day 16. Highlights of day 16 were my past lives into novels. So basically, because of trauma, I put my past lives. So I worked as a waiter once upon a time and a room attendant. So I made a novel to do with a waiter who hated his job. I'm also working on a novel to do with a room attendant. It's like a horror novel. I can't wait. You see, I have so many projects, but I have to finish one thing at a time. And I know I'm there. Oh my god, I'm so excited. But yeah, I have so many projects to work with. Life is so fucking brilliant. I mean, at least when I start to get prosperity from it, that's how it's gonna be. But anyway, 3 years into becoming a superstar, and I can already see the results. What am I talking about? Yes, so I also talked about, so these novels, my past lives, I chucked them into these novels. I also, from these past lives, like as a waiter, I had like a very bad employer. So I basically, literally that employer, a name and whole shape and everything, I put it as a character in one of the novels, stuff like that. On feelings as well. So basically all of my characters are contemplating suicide or like thinking about depression and stuff. I also talked about my panic attacks. I explained how my panic attacks come and go, and like more like in scope how my panic attacks happen and stuff. I also talked about Star Now, the app. You can also check day 16. How I'm back with Star Now again. I mentioned all my lost dreams, like to do with, I wanted to be a ballet dancer, which I couldn't make because I also talked about how music was a sin. That's why I couldn't become a singer. For those who do not know, I was raised, you can go see that day 16 because it also talks about it. But I was raised in a very toxic environment where my dreams were a sin. All of my dreams were a sin to me. So I was broken since I was born because my dream was to become a ballet dancer, but that was a sin for me. It's a long story, you can go see day 16. Okay, so on day 17 I opened up about my just in case plan. So just in case plan is basically, if I couldn't make my freelancing as my main income, if that didn't work out, I have my just in case plan to do with, I can study mental health. It's a long story, you can go see day 17 because it's really long to explain. And then I also explained how I've been eating a lot again, I've been eating better. And then I talked about exposure therapy and how it works. So basically when I go busking, I will need to be amongst people because like especially this spot that I'll be busking, there's so many crowded people, tourists. So I went to the cinema to be like, again, around people, hey, and I was fine. One thing killed me and I was having fun. And then I was talking about, I'm feeling stronger but afraid of my superpower. So I know that I can bring people together. I know that I can inspire people and help them change. I'm very powerful at that. Bring positivity and fun wherever I want. But I'm scared of it for some reason, which is also why I've been self-isolating. I'm scared of where it can take me because I've been isolated my whole life and like been put down and hurt. So I have to get out there and just be myself, which is basically slowly what I'm becoming. So thank you. Anyways, also showing you my dusty shoes and my old clothes because they all survived homelessness with me and I still have them, but they're dusty because I haven't been going out because I had been suffering from all my life in the past years. Day 18, woke up and I found rainbows all around me as if like it's a sign that to keep moving. You can see day 18, there's more explanation about this rainbow stuff around me. Lights. I also talked about how I was revived to retry. So basically, if you do not know, I survived a suicide attempt, after which I literally became homeless. But I really felt like I was revived to have another chance. So basically, I've already died, and this is my one last chance. That's why I like to think. That's why I tried again to be a superstar, because I was given another chance. And also I explained what my exercise motivation is. So basically, it's readying my body for the stage. So every time I'm exercising, I'm thinking I want to be on the stage. I want to have this body. I want to be this idol, for people to look up to. And that idea came to me because of Prince. If you know the artist Prince, I also talked about how he is my idol as well, but I look like him. I explained why I think that I look like him. Wherever I worked, people always tell me, you look like Prince, you look like Prince. and he had been my idol as well, because also he's literally the same height as me, which gives me confidence that just because I'm fucking short doesn't mean that I can't make it or whatever, because Prince was a fucking rock star and he slayed it. He's also like literally the same height as me. Also talked about my new Yokoshima banner, because as I said, slowly but surely I'm still working on my banner. That's still I'm going to make a banner where I'm driving a rocket and you dreamers all in the spaceship. This will be my new YouTube banner, but one thing at a time. I also spoke about how your whole face is a moon. So basically when you go to my website and you want to sign in, for some reason your login silhouette of a person and a face, there's like a I don't know how to explain it, but you can go see that day 18 if you want to know. There's a light on that head and it looks like that the head, your login profile thing, looks like a moon. So that's why I said like your whole face is a moon, which is like fucking great and perfect. I don't know why that happened, but the universe is sly as always. Day 19, I've shown you all my busking setup, the things I'm selling, the merchandise, the merch that I have, and you can also buy from my website. I also talked about how I got this luxurious bathrobes drying there because I washed it. Yeah, I told you about that. I used to work as a room attendant, so I stole it stuff. You can see this story in day 19. Talked about my hotel employer from hell, why she was from hell, why she was fucking toxic. Also talked about why I left my room attendant career. Explained my eccentric space accessories, so like the very unique but bizarre accessories, fashion accessories that I create, and I explained them and I shown it to you. And I also started making like little creatures. So I always wanted to make clay art, sculpturing, which I'm already like right now started, but because I've been so busy, it's been sitting, but I can't wait to continue. But I've just been so much on my plate. Like right now it's already 7 p.m. man. I'm already tired, having a headache, working on this. Right now I learned how to make it easier and quicker. That's why it's literally just getting easier and shorter and shorter. Anyway, and I also introduced you to my nightmare demon or sleep paralysis demon. I show it to you, like draw it, and I also explained why it looks like that. Day 20, I was talking about is the fight is over feeling. You can go check that out because it's very interesting thing to do with my lights freaking out, to do with my life, why I have been suffering and why I've been scared. So talked about how I found my white eyeliner again, and for some reason to make my eyes big, I don't know why. I was also talking about how we are in our bad people chapter, so basically you can also check that out. But I've been confronted with so many bad negative encounters, and I think that's the thing, like universe wants me to get used to it, get used to being hated, which is something that I've been getting better at dealing with or coping with. I also talked about why this series is daily, and I talked about why I have to take my time in this series, not to push myself, otherwise I would lose my bananas because I'm always stressed. I also explained why you leaving your comments always makes my day. I already explained that, like waking up is the first thing that I look at, try to find. And I explained how much grateful I am for past me, for fighting and crying and everything, just for me to be where I am today. Day 21, this is where we got the names for you all. This is where I said help me give you a name, and then I got Clay finally to start creating my own monsters, thanks to people like you all have been very generous, been buying, been donating. It's been very helpful, thank you so much. Especially Nicole, you've been a superstar, and because of you I've been able to buy clay and keep moving from here and experiment more on my skills, so it will help me in my journey of healing. I explained what our next monster to defeat was: doubt, self-doubt, and haters, like not to be scared of being judged. Kept pushing, so I've been depressed again, isolating myself, so I had to go to cinema again to push myself out of there and think, because it's a long story, you can also check that, understand what's happened. Explained how your comments relieve my stress. As always, every time I feel sad, see the comments. Literally the comment has to say something that I have to hear every fucking time, I fucking swear. You all, like, the universe helps me, like literally whatever I need to hear, you all say it. Thank you. Day 22, I told you why you should start a to-do list, because that's how I've been living. It's the reason I've been alive, and it's just a great thing. Personally, I don't understand how somebody is not living with a to-do list. I don't know how they remember things. I don't know how they get things done. I also spoke about the first year expectation of the first year of the series. I also explained why is it 3 years. Also was talking about how it was the first day making clay monsters project, which was very exciting. It was my dream. I talked about being a fashion designer, my dream that I wanted to be a fashion designer, and about me wanting to get a course about fashion designing. I explained my homeless photographer book and I showed it to you. Explained the story about it, like when I survived homelessness. I was taking pictures when I was homeless, and then when I survived I really wanted to make a book about it, and I made this book happen and I published it and it's ready to be shipped. So if somebody is interested to buy this book, it's via my website. I also came out about my surgery. That's when I came out about being transgender and how I've been self-isolating because of I need a top surgery, because I can't wear the things that I like. For example, this is the first time I finally wear a shirt that is really me, like a shirt that I like, but I wasn't able to wear it because, as you can see, like right now I'm wearing like a medical tape, but you see, I hate to talk about it, but yeah, I need a top surgery to get rid of these. They're very small, but I have to get rid of these fucking tissues. I'm getting angry because of them. But yeah, I'm wearing basically medical tapes right now, and you can still fucking see them, which I fucking hate. But yeah, that's that. I hate it, but already. So anyway, I came out about it because if I want to be on stage and want to go to the beach and stuff, I can't. Like I can't even go out because I can't wear the things that I like to wear, my style. Like they really fucked up my confidence every fucking day. Every time I want to go out, I just don't feel like. I hate it. You can go see that video where I'm venting about all of it. But yeah, day 22 that was. Day 23, very short. I made my first sculptures and I show it to you. I talked about how I hate body hair and I finally like shaved it since so long because I have so much. And I can't wait to get rid of it once and for all one day. And I also talked about how you have to have a bidet. Bidet is like this water hose thing next to your toilet, so you get yourself always clean, okay? And I always talked about how I leave a block of soap also nearby and why I do that, how like growing up as an Arab, this is like an Arabic culture thing. I also talked about sending my giveaway, how I still not able to send the giveaway because I'm not able to afford for it. Sorry, Isir, but it's really coming to you. Like I think 2 days from here is my payment and I'll be able to send it to you. Almost there, you all. Keep on going. Day 24, showing you my fashion business plan and I'm still working on. Give it a show you to you right now. I also talked about this idea that I already talked about, like our rocket ship idea. So day 24, I've got even more upgrades about like ideas on my niche, things that will help me even move forward, which is fucking awesome. Even when I go bask, when people can go see my YouTube channel, they understand what I want, like my message, my mission, when they go to my art website, when they go to my business website and stuff. I also talked about insecure security observe me. So basically when I be myself and wear this makeup stuff and go out, you can check that video for day 24. They make you feel uncomfortable, like just like observe you, walk around you. Even just like before going out, amongst everybody, they choose me to stop me. He's like, you can even feel like he's being insecure the way he stopped me. He's just like, no, wait, like what the fuck. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, I was like rolled my eyes and he apologized for it later. He's just like, thank you for your time. Serve you right, bitch. Anyways, yes, and I talked about how my bitch energy is back. That's when I started thinking like not caring about people. That's how I've been happier and my self-pride came back to me. Like when I'm just, you can see that video to talk about it better. Explain how a lot had been happening. I have a lot on my plate, which is still like explaining. Like 8 p.m. and I'm already exhausted. Every 30th day, as I said, it's only going to be a look back, a recap. That's all it's going to be. Otherwise I'm gonna fucking die with so many videos to edit. Also talked about how you have to stand out, make people curious. That's a positive thing. So don't worry if people are staring at you. That's for the good thing. That's a positive thing, to make people curious and just inspire them, basically. All of them. Day 25. Finally I got stuck in the elevator of hell. So it's been broken, but when I tried it, when it's finally fixed, I tried it, I got stuck in it. You can go see that video on day 25. I also talked about how I slayed when I was homeless. Although I was homeless, I didn't look like homeless because I'm always about fashion. I said we are traveling now. That's what I was talking also. That's how we are, my the channel is growing. And I talked about how I never stop dreaming, never give up. I was talking also about my future self. I made a clip for me, basically my future self talking to me. And I talked about how like a rant again about this chicken coop and other poor person rants. And shooting stars, I finally found myself, like this me finally, this me that I knew I am but I was afraid to be. Basically I'm back, just like shooting stars to everybody. and I was talking about how I got my first clay tools to start making clay art. Day 26, I had like a stressful encounter with people, so I had to have an ice cream to feel better. Even when I was homeless, I had like ice cream every now and then as breakfast or something, but yeah, it just made me feel happy and forget. Anyways, I also talked about why I wanted to study fashion designing as well as mental health, so we'll see about that. Oh, so I had a blood test and my nurse saw me and she was like, you look brighter. It's all thanks to this. Anyways, so yeah, I also talked about how my banner artwork is still in progress, which it still is. I talked about our plan from here, and I shown you all my L1 artworks. You can also see them on my website. I also explained the power of the power nap. Like literally just have a power nap, you wake up, feel empowered literally. Oh goodness, yes, I just remember this. Day 27. I finished my first sculpture. I shown you my Make 2 sculpturing setup. It's very funny. You can see day 27. I explained that I've been burnt out, which I say again, I am fucking burnt out, but it's okay. I'm gonna be fine very soon. And fashion business banner, that's still going on, working on it. And I finally found the fashion course that's suitable for me. But also you can check more details about that on day 27. Day 28, I started to finally make clay accessories. Talked about showing your mind who's boss, because I had an anxiety attack that day and I fell into depression again, and I admitted to myself that yes, I've been depressed. So it's a big step for me. You can see that day 28 about it. It has to do with my like favorite YouTuber, Jacksepticeye. Like he uploaded a video about depression and that made me realize that I have it too. Anyways, I talked about how you all saved me again, always. You're always there for me without you knowing. And I spoke about how I finally made this deal that I wanted to make. So making a self-portraiture for somebody and give them a free print artwork to make them happy. So basically, if you want a portraiture of you, come through my website and commission it to me. And then when you get your portraiture, you'll get just like a free gift of a print artwork. I just love making people happy, and that's just how me works. Anyways, and then we have got day 29, which is literally just, we are like changing from here. So day 29, I woke up and I found literally a free recording studio for me to, I think I made a video about it already. It's freaking out, do you see? Because the video is finishing soon, which is very interesting. You can still live on, come on, you can do it. Still more life in you. Talking to me as well. So yes, I found the free recording studio, which is fucking great. I just have to go there. So it's noise proof. It also has mixers and stuff. So I just have to watch YouTube videos on how to do mixing by myself. I'll see how it goes. But anyway, that's a very big step for me because I just really needed that. Also, it's nearby, which is great. 2, building a community. I'm building community and I'm so fucking happy. That's my dream have come true. I've seen like 2 people like interacting together in a video, and I had such like, my heart is like so many butterflies. I love seeing people. I just love feeling like a sense of community, like a family. And as I said, I talked to you all like I was in private as well, and also you have been also interacting with me when I put my stories or ask questions, which also reminds me, leave your questions, because I'm doing an ask me anything video. Or you can go on my Instagram, follow me on the stories. You can reply to the stories to leave your questions. And I also explained how so much is happening. As you can see, so much is happening. So much is happening for the good sake. And I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I deserve it after all the suffering and fighting and pain. And I was talking about how my YouTuber life is growing. And I will explain to you this later. Yes, so I also said how DREAMSPEEDRUN, so I changed this series name to DREAMSPEEDRUN, so it actually shows the mission of it, to make things even easier. Because DREAMSPEEDRUN, it's also like the S for speed. It can also be DREAMSPEEDRUN or DREAMSPEEDRUN. So basically it just shows the people, it's not only to do with me wanting to become a superstar, but all my dreams to heal, fashion designing, to become an artist, to like, there's so many dreams that I want to make true. And this, within 3 years, I'm gonna finish with them all. Like, boys and girls, can you see that? Like, we are in the first month and you can see how much fucking things we have achieved so far. Only the first month. Yeah, lots of upgrades of this series, basically. That's all about so far. But yeah, I wanted to talk about my YouTuber life is growing. This is a very funny part. So I've been very distressed about how sometimes I see like losing subscribers. But don't get me wrong, I see a new subscriber or 2 subscribers every day. But when I see one subscriber goes away, I've been distressed. But recently I've been seeing this as a growing thing. This is the opposite way, because that means people, the right people who believe in me, are staying around, sticking around, and that's what I need, that's what I want. I also always explained how most of my subscribers came to me because I started reacting to a specific Dimash singer, and because of him I started, just because I cared about the views, because I was struggling back then, so I was making a lot of reacting videos to his songs, and so many people came just because they are the fans of this person. So when I became homeless, these people just left me, and they were like, when are you gonna like react to Dimash? So that's, right now they're all just ghosts basically. I have so many ghost subscribers, so that's good to see them leaving, because that means the right people are coming on, which is what I needed, because this is exactly what I needed. I wanted to my YouTube life to move on and grow, and this is a good sign, not a bad sign. I'm gonna say goodbye for now, and thank you for hanging out with me. Hopefully this series has also changed somebody, or like helped somebody realize something about themselves, because apparently, according to the comments, there are a lot of people healing with me. I'm not the only person, which is great. That's what I need. Make me feel not alone. Anyway, month 2, we'll see how it goes. My head is gonna explode. I'm gonna have a shower and take it easy. Tell me what you think your expectation gonna be, or anything, you have any idea or any thought that I said resonated with you. Feel free to be yourself, just say whatever you want in the comment section, and I will see you in my next video, the first day of the second month, which will be very interesting to see. But I'm so especially excited for the studio recording thing, and my clay art and my banner. I have so many things that I want to finish with. But finally, from here, I'm gonna take a break. Thank you for visiting my planet, and we'll see where I go from here. By people coming around and watching me, within 3 years we're gonna see everybody flourish and thrive, and I can't wait to change my YouTube banner and stuff. But I will go from there as it goes. And thank you for the support. Do stay around for the support, I do need it. As you can see, I'm always very easily discouraged, but go back to your planet and take care of it, thrive, make it thrive the way I'm also trying to make my planet thrive. And take it easy, please. As you can see, you can get very boiled, and yes, take it easy and don't stress yourself. And I'm gonna go have a probably cold shower, to be honest. I'll probably just go dump myself in the rain, just like to refresh my mind. I don't know, I'll see. But water always refreshes me. And thank you, Nicole, for choosing the color for the glasses, because I didn't know what to choose. I really wanted to ask Instagram, but usually the answers are very late, so I actually came to ask you, like to actually see if the letter reached you or not, because I really wanted to actually see, like I really wanted you ask you about the color for this. I really wanted to be in, like, connecting with my community. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's it. This is the color for this recap. The next recap, I don't know what color will be. Also for my series that's going to start, Ask Me Anything, I also gonna wear this glasses just for the fun sake of it. And I'm gonna have some water and stuff, and I'm gonna see you in my next video. To a better future. We are already living the better future, but the future can always be even better and better. Back to the stars, and I will be waiting for you to come back and visit me again. To a better future. Bye. So our main goal for month 2 will be a stable income, and then we can go from there. That will be the fuel that keeps us going. Do tell me yours. How was your first month? Meanwhile, what happened? Does like you are very proud that you achieved? I do listen, I do read, because it's like basically it's like talking to you. It's like talking to a friend. Somebody told me like watching the videos feels like they are hanging out with a friend. It's the same with me, like when I'm talking to you all. Yeah. To a better future. Bye. Yeah.
Sub, like, share, and hit the bell notification. Let us spread fun, love, creativity, and inspiration.